We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. To all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for a return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. Helps out the YouTube channel and lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. So here we are with Bbig, and it continues to push up higher, hit a new all-time high, pulled back, and it still looks like it has strength based off the 42 vision indicator. And it's going in that sideways, slightly upward momentum. We're going to break down the data. We're going to look at everything together here. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run of the week that went beyond 20% in just one day as the week started. And this has been a phenomenal home run for the weekly watch list. And then we're going to jump right into it. So I usually talk about the home run of the day, and today I'm going to share with you guys the home run of the week. Today's opportunities gave realistic expectations, and these were the stocks I mentioned. If this is something that interests you and you want to become part of, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord, and by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. And I want investors to be aware that this community is not just a day trading opportunity community. There is opportunities for everyone, whether you're a day trader, long-term trader, or swing trader. So these are the stocks I mentioned, AEI and ADMA. AEI was the best performer of the day, and I showed everyone in the community that with 42 vision, I was able to catch this dip, right? Because with 42 vision, I was able to see when the weakness was happening and when the momentum actually went to its highest peak and when it was actually getting weaker to pull back. And that's how I was able to make 8% on this move. This was a 10 to 12% move, happened in a matter of minutes, and that's what it's all about. Looking for 5 to 10% movers, 10 to 20%, and 20% plus is a home run, whether it's a daily opportunity, weekly opportunity, or long-term opportunity. So let's talk about the stock that is the home run of the week, and that is HIPO. Talked about it this weekend. It was at 523. It was sitting right there at September 6, 2021. And I mentioned it at 4:26 p.m. So right there's the timestamp. I talked about it before this happened because a lot of people talk about how I don't mention it before it happens. And this is what we do. We try to catch opportunities before they happen, weekly and daily. So how was it that it turned down on the week? Well, so far, just yesterday, it moved up in the pre-market. It was going up. It was already up 10 to 20 cents. And even still at that level, and even towards the bell at 572 in the dip here of 549, it went all the way up to 684, presenting itself as an opportunity of 20% plus. It went up yesterday 20 to 25% in just the first day of the beginning of the week. And even at these levels, it is still up nearly 10 to 20%. This has been a phenomenal home run for the week so far. And even when I look at it and zoom out, the long-term opportunity is there. So if this does start to pull back, the opportunity is becoming even larger. But this did what we expected it to do so far as a swing trade perspective and opportunity for the week. If this is something that interests you, check out the link down below and you will see for yourself the opportunities that awaits you. So here we are with Bbig on the 42 vision, and you could see things are with strength, right? After going into further weakness, going into extremely oversold area, reversing, consolidating, and taking off with momentum. This is in a very risky place, okay? I've been talking about it. It was very risky even up here between $8 to $7. And at these levels here, very risky near all-time highs and the 52-week highs and hitting new highs every time. So now it needs to break that new high and stay above it. Now keep in mind, every time it touches a new high, rejection. Touches a new high, rejection. The question is this the new high and a rejection following after it? Or is this time going to be different? It's actually going to consolidate and rip to newer highs. Now the big question is, how much further could it go? A lot of people are speculating $15 to $20, but when you really think about it, a lot of shorts have covered in this area, okay? This is pretty obvious that shorts are covering here. And the interesting part is the shorts have covered and it hasn't gone much further than the most recent highs of $10 and $11. It just touched up to $12.50 and got rejected. It needs to break through it to actually go beyond it. And every time it touches those highs, it gets rejected. So the question is it going to consolidate, or is this the tipping point and it's going to pull back before another short squeeze, because shorts eventually have to cover again? Because as you see it, It pulls back, then it squeezes, pulls back, then it squeezes, and it's only squeezing because it's never gone back down to these lows here, because this is where shorts actually have had most of their positions, or a little bit above that, and that's where they're actually getting forced to buy up here, and those are the runs that you see. Okay, this finally got out of this downtrend, and that is something very important to be aware of, and it broke out of it. Now the question is, could it consolidate up here and actually hold itself up for the next catalyst, or is it going to just go straight down? And excuse all the lines in the circles. I do want you guys to visualize this. Now I want you guys to remember, in the previous videos that I've made, the stock had nearly 50% short interest. Okay, remember that. If we go over here, you could see that it's not showing any information. The short ratio hasn't changed, and this has changed. Okay, we're gonna look at some updated information based off another source, but right here there's no information anymore, and that right there goes to show that there's some delayed information here, because they're still trying to figure out. They usually take 2 days to 3 days to update, to figure out how much is the short interest now, because it has changed since it was at 50% and 40% when we saw it, right? So here you're going to see it. It is the #1 short squeeze score right now on the list, and the borrow fee rate went up from 111 to 115. So this is just putting more and more pressure on the shorts, which could create a possible upside potential. But how much more is the big question mark, because this has moved a lot, guys. It has moved tremendously, and it was at 50% short interest, nearly 40% within that area, and now it's sitting at 27.2. Okay, this was around 28, 29, and it's going lower and lower. It goes to show that shorts are covering. But this is the interesting part. There's no short shares available. There was a little bit left yesterday, like some of them were thrown back into the market, but last updated 26 minutes ago, 0 right now. The other thing as well is right here. This is going down. I've been talking about this as well. This was a lot higher before at 58, 60, and up in the 50s and 60s. Now it's in the 40s. The lower this goes, the less short volume per day, which could actually create, right, that effect of the upside potential, because there's less shorts available per day. And then the short interest has gone down. So this goes to show that there is a correlation to the chart's movement to the upside and the short squeeze happening, and it is in the middle of it all, because the shorts have covered nearly 30%, 20 to 30% since the highs of 40 to 50% and where it's at now. So this might not even be accurate anymore. This could be closer to 25, 20%. The lower this goes and the higher the stock goes, the less shorts are there to cover, and then the higher it goes, the more shorts have already covered. So the more this keeps on moving, the less upside potential it has. I want you guys to be aware of that. And when you really think about it, yeah, it made a pretty big move from 7 to 12, but from $12 and $11 and $10, how much further could it go if shorts cover? And not all shorts cover at the same time. So if BBIG is in a position to continue short squeezing within the next couple of days and weeks, it's going to be like this. You're going to have moments of pullbacks and then run-ups, pullbacks and then run-ups, but you just don't know exactly when, because the information's out there, but you have to look at the charts. And that's why I always say, you got to look back at the charts say it all, right? But the best time to have known about it was way down here. Okay, everything after this is nearly chasing. I said it in my previous videos, and I still stand by it, because even though it's moving, the risk is a lot higher in this area to just get these moves here, and even around this area where it's at now, to hope that it can go higher than catching it at $2, $3, and $5 and maximizing on the opportunity and moving on and finding another opportunity. But this is being talked about on all types of forums and all types of different social media. So there's a lot of hype around it, and the question is, will it reverse just like we've seen in the previous jumps, or will this be a strong setup for another bull run, right? Like hold itself up and then take off to newer highs. So 1250, super important to be broken through, and the support of the day today is $10. If that gets broken through, I would watch that carefully, how it reacts between $10 and $9.50 to see if the bulls try to reappear or if the bears are tearing this one down fairly fast. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.